Hello everyone, welcome to Fan Screens. And today I am going to show you some celebrities who insulted Ellen Degeneres on her own show. Let's get started. Number 7, we have the audience member. There are many ways to insult a person, and sometimes you don't even have to be the focus of the show to cross that line. You see, like many hosts with their own shows, Ellen likes to be kind to the audience, such as in one case where she did a giveaway for the crowd. It wasn't a lot. She gave away a bunch of shirts, cups, hats, those kinds of things. But what is really important is the thought that counts. It's stuff that they can own and know that not many people can have. It's a gesture and a nice one at that. There was only one catch. Each audience member could only get one item. Geez, I wonder what happened. When the time came, Ellen sent to the audience members in groups to go get their item. But what the audience didn't know was that Ellen had wired the room with cameras, likely for giggles, but also to make sure that guests followed the rules or to see if any touching moments occurred. And lo and behold, one did, when one woman wanted both t-shirt and hat but couldn't because of the rule. So her friend offered to buy her that hat later on. A very nice thing, and Ellen was more happy to just give that lady the hat without charge. However, some didn't have the same amount of honor. For one audience member entered the room and clearly didn't know that there was a camera watching her. And not only she take more than one item, she got her friend to take even more items. But that wasn't enough for her. She then went and made passes and lied to other audience members just so she could get even more items for herself. And when the time came to reveal it, Ellen did. In full glory and without editing, just so everyone in the world who was watching could see what that woman did. She had no one to blame but herself. She insulted Ellen's kindness, and now she has to live with the shame. When she tried to explain herself, Ellen wasn't buying it a bit, and proved while Ellen is a great lady in front of the camera, she's not afraid to be shrewd and prove a point. In fact, she threw her into her show's jail, just looking to be very clear what she had done and how wrong it was. The lesson here, if Ellen does a kind thing to you, don't ruin the moment. Number 6, we have Giada De Laurentiis. Ellen loves food, so she occasionally has her fair share of cooking guests on her show to make some fun meals and have general cooking fun with the audience. This included Chef Giada De Laurentiis. Usually, this would have been a perfect cooking guest, except that Giada couldn't control herself when she was on the show, and that resulted in many insults on Ellen's behalf, which made her appearance all the more tense and weird. Giada De Laurentiis kept playing into Ellen's in one form or another with no signs of stopping while they cooked together. The dish they were making was a special kind of rice balls. Ellen was having a little trouble making the rice balls, so Giada said that it would look like a dog food now. Then when the other guest, Nicole Kidman, came abroad to help bake some rice balls too, she said that Woman Can Cook made the perfect ball. Ellen and Kidman later teamed up to take down Giada, including insulting her renowned chef's bread. Giada did return to the show later, but it was still very awkward. So, the lesson here is that if you're invited to Ellen's show to cook, focus on the food and be nice when something doesn't turn out right. That's called class, and that's not something that should have to be explained. Number 5, Sean Hayes. One of the reasons that Ellen Degeneres is one of the most beloved hosts on TV, it's because she's light on her feet. She's just able to take jets and return them in kind without much effort. Also, Ellen Degeneres is proudly lesbian, and she's all for having people of the LGBTQ2+ community on her show, which includes famous actor Sean Hayes of Will, Grace, and Fame. For the record, this particular Jest Fest was before the robot came back on NBC. They decided to go right for it and each ask other things and give very pointed responses to the other. It started out very fun and then it got a bit real. Like, really real. For example, Hayes made fun of how Ellen sometimes struggles with interview questions, like going from one question and another smoothly. Then Ellen fired back about how Will and Grace got cancelled, which Hayes fired back, and I think it was no longer than your sitcom was on. Ellen's response, yeah, that's right, I had to come out first for y'all to do that sitcom.
How long was it the first time around before y'all got canceled?
Yeah. I think it was longer than your sitcom.
Yeah, that's right.
The two joined in a genuine laugh, with Hayes even admitting it's funny because it's true. So yeah, there were some insults flown, but in the end it was a good contest of barbs between friends, and that's to be praised, unlike some other people who went after Ellen and definitely not being her friend. Number 4. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams has made a career of throwing insults and shade, which has made her very popular, yet it also made her a target of those who didn't appreciate the shade. She also had a beef with Ellen for some reason, described as personality clashes. But likely it was just something Wendy perceived as a thing when it really wasn't. As two of the top ladies of talk shows, they occasionally go on each other's programs, including one time when Wendy went on Ellen's shows, and things didn't go so well. Ellen asked her why she threw some shade on Kanye West and Kim Kardashian while they were expecting their first child. This was back in 2013 and Williams played it off. But then in support of Ellen, Williams applauded her veganism and her PETA support. But then she asked, how can you live without bacon? Ellen wasn't amused with the question and went, well, because I think pigs are very smart animals. And when Williams came back a few years later, she made a joke that Ellen and Justin Bieber were said to look alike. No one should be compared to Bieber, and I think we should just leave it there. Number 3. Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake is one of the most popular singers and celebrities in the world. No doubt, so naturally he made an appearance on Ellen after a while. Except one time Ellen made a mistake on camera and he called her out on it hard. You see, they had been drinking tequila while playing one of Justin's songs. While this was going on, Ellen messed up one of the lines of the song. Justin was not amused as he couldn't believe she didn't know the lyrics. Ellen noted it was an honest mistake and even asked the audience to help, but Justin wasn't having it. Then, her own DJ turned on to her and played the song in question and made it very clear just how much she screwed up. So what's the lesson here? Well, there's faults on both sides. First, drinking and singing should never go together unless it's karaoke segment, you know. Second, Justin should have given Ellen some slack for not knowing the song, but Ellen should have known the song ahead of time if this was a planned thing. Not the most harmful of insults, but definitely one that got Ellen a bit hot under the collar because of the dance spotlight put onto her. Number 2. Jennifer Lawrence. There's a line that you need to respect when you go out of the show like Ellen, especially if you think that bad-mouthing gay people is a good idea. That just goes double when the host Ellen Degeneres, a confirmed lesbian with a wife, and yet Jennifer Lawrence not only crossed the line she shouldn't cross, she continued to make jokes that Ellen was very uncomfortable and angry. This all started during an interview where Lawrence made a joke about her own cat, which was fine at first, except that the joke was that she called her cat, which was a female, Chaz Bono, because of the cat's masculine energy. Chaz Bono is the son of legendary duo Sonny and Cher, and Chaz is a transgender, which Ellen fully supports and doesn't like to hear insulted. Jennifer didn't stop after the joke was made though. She went into a rant of sorts about cats, cat genders, and other very odd things. Ellen was poised the whole time. Eventually, once Lawrence was done with her gender rant, Ellen did the only thing she could. She moved away from the bad joke and went on to another topic, making it obvious that she wasn't happy about what happened but didn't want to explode on Lawrence, which Lawrence definitely noticed because she was shell-shocked by how quickly the conversation changed. Lawrence definitely made a mistake here, and you have to wonder if she understood what she did or not. Number 1. Caitlyn Jenner. After the birth of Caitlyn Jenner, many people wanted to talk to her and get views on things that it has led to tense situations and interviews, including a very poignant encounter with Ellen. To be fair, when they did the first interview together, Ellen was all for Caitlyn and her fight for the rights of transgender people, and it all seemed to be going great until Caitlyn started to talk about her feelings on gay marriage. To refresh, Ellen is not just gay, she's happily married. According to Jenner, she was once very opposed to it because of her traditionalist nature, which is the logic behind many such people's beliefs against gay marriage. But when Jenner tried to recover and say she was okay with it now, Ellen wasn't biting one bit. She called Caitlyn Jenner out on it, and that's when things got really awkward. After the interview, Ellen stated that she still didn't understand Jenner's position on the matter of gay marriage. Furthermore, Ellen offered Caitlyn the chance to dance with her, but she wouldn't do it, so Ellen said maybe she didn't want to dance with me because I am a lesbian. Jenner later responded that she didn't like how Ellen treated her. Does she not remember what happened? Because it was the other way around, of not treated right. So, what do you think of these people who insulted Ellen on her own show? Which of these barbs or jests do you think was the best or the cruelest? Do you know of another celebrity who threw shade at Ellen? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and see you on our next video. Thanks for watching!